Welcome to the next episode of PSC TV. This episode, on the back of all the filming we did at Action Indoor Sports Toombul a few months ago, we've got a bit of a bowling masterclass. We've got Brent and Brian talking us through some of the best bowlers in Queensland, talking about the variety that they bowl and just some of the slight variations and what he's looking for from a bowler at that elite level. It's another fantastic episode with some really good content. Hopefully you'll pick up a few little bowling tips as well. Followed at the back end, we have an interview with Josh Drever.
Okay, so we're going to do some bowling now. I've got four guys bowling relatively different, so I think it'll give us a chance to watch a left arm bowler and a couple of right arm bowlers that do a little bit of different stuff. I think a lot of guys develop all these different deliveries and they try and bowl everything, and I think the best thing to do is master a delivery, whatever it may be. And if you look at some of the best players at the top level, they might only have one or two balls, or they might have more than that, but they typically standardise on one ball that they know they can get right 95% of the time, and they'll throw a change up in every now and then, and that pretty much goes for a lot of the guys playing at the top level. So we'll watch these guys go through their motions now and have a few balls, and we'll see what happens. But what I'm looking for is consistency, obviously consistency across the board when you want to play at the higher levels, but what I'm looking for is for them to look at the batsman down there and try and work out after a few balls where he's strong and where he might be a little bit weaker, and then trying to sort of see whether they can give him a little bit of trouble, I suppose. So let's see what they do. Let's go. So we've got a few different bowlers here. We've got one quick left armer, so that's Josh Drever bowling this one. Hasn't bowled for a while, so just keep that in mind that they're probably not going to be at their best. But Josh has obviously got the weapon where some guys actually just have a fair bit of pace. He's one of those guys that can beat the bat just with his pace, and when he starts swinging the ball at pace, it obviously makes it very difficult. So that was a good start from him, just the one going across the right-hander. So we've got Jamie Stewart bowling now. Jamie bowls the ball both ways, so he can swing the ball both ways. So we'll see what he starts with. He typically starts with an in-swinger, and that's it there. And that's just a really good length. Just got the batsman a little bit off balance there, and I suppose because he gets so much swing on the ball, I'll just move out of the way here because I'm in the way. Because he gets so much swing on the ball, it makes it really difficult to get clean bat on it. Brandon Corst is going to bowl this one. So Corsty's a very tall man, so he can actually get the ball to hit the deck and do a little bit off the deck. What he's trying to do there is just roll his fingers over it and just trying to get the ball to cut back into the right-hander, a little bit of an off-cutter. And you could see there that even though he hit the ball reasonably well, because the ball was held up and wasn't at full pace, the batsman had to adjust a little bit. Got Stewie James now bowling. Stewie bowls in-swingers, so I'm pretty sure he'll probably start with one of those. And a little bit short there, so just dug that one in, probably not his best delivery, and that was a really good shot there from Harley. Just adjusted to it well. Josh Drever again, bowling the left arm. You notice that Josh gets really nice action. He gets really tall in his action and then really uses his levers to get the pace that he generates. I know he's sort of hurting at the moment because he hasn't bowled for quite some time. Jamie Stewart again, coming in. There we go, another really good delivery. One of Jamie's strengths is that he bowls a very consistent length. So he doesn't typically stray with his length too much and just changes it up with in-swingers and out-swingers and makes it really difficult. One of the really difficult bowlers to face. Corsty up again. There we go, just slowed that one up a little bit there, and that's another key to bowling in indoor cricket is just changing your pace. He just changed his pace a little bit there and the ball really gripped there and made it really difficult for the batsman to hit it. So that was a really good ball from Corsty, and the length was good as well. That's a much better ball from Stu. Unfortunately, some of the batsmen at the higher level that like hitting it off their legs play in-swing quite well, so it's probably not going to work particularly well for Stewie's bowling. And there you go, that's what I was talking about with that pace. He just dug that one in a little bit shorter, again using his variety in length. And obviously, when you're bowling as quick as Josh can bowl, you can probably trouble most batsmen. So that would be nice. There we go. That was an intentional bouncer there. A couple of guys play for the same club, and I think they probably do this at training. And I think Jamie just showing the young guy there that he's still got a little bit of pace left in the old body. And of course, up again. Really good. That's just a good length. Something that Brandon's worked on really hard with his game is just to get that consistency with his length and then just changing the pace, and it really worked well for him at Nationals last year. There we go, that's a really good ball from Stu, just a little bit, just a little bit full there, but that was another change up there from Stewie, just a little leg cutter. Josh to bowl again, and there's a change up from him. So that's really good. He's got that really nice off cutter that cuts across the right-hander. That was just a little bit down leg side, but the point is when he's bowling that quick, just the change of pace for him can be a real surprise weapon. So that's something to keep in mind. That's another good ball from Jamie. I think he'll probably want to bottle this. He's bowled really well here. Harley's a pretty decent bat, and Jamie's gone through him twice, so maybe rattled him a little bit with the short one before. Corsi to come in and bowl again. That's good. Just went for the in-swinger there. Just got the line slightly wrong. Thing is, I don't expect these guys to get it right every time. If they're trying something and they're trying something a little bit different, or they've seen something, maybe a weakness, or perhaps they've changed their field as a bowler and they've put a fielder in a certain position, maybe they want to bowl in a certain area, and I'm never going to be upset with a guy thinking and actually trying to outthink the batsman, and that's Corsi there, just tried to change it up, and that was actually quite a smart move. Drever again. That's good. Be a bruise on the leg there, just a little bit of pace. Makes it hard. Have one more each. Jamie to come in again. And there we go. I was just about to say he hasn't bowled his outswinger, and then he bowls his outswinger. So he's bowled 3 or 4 really good in-swingers, one short one, a couple of good in-swingers, and then just change it up with the outswinger. As you can see, he doesn't have to change it up every ball. He's stuck with one ball and just used his change up every now and then. That's just another good ball from Corsi. Good length. Couldn't really get clean bat on it, and that would have just gone straight to the fielder, and that would have been a no. So that was a really good bowling. Stewie to bowl his last ball. And that's his leg cutter again. That's a much better length, and that's well played. Really had to adjust there, wait for the ball to come to him, but that's another good delivery there, just rolling his fingers over the top of the ball and bowling that leg cutter. And Josh to bowl the last ball here. Comes in, another beautiful action, digs it in short. That's played pretty well. Not many people like the short ball from the quicker bowlers, but that was really good. So as you can see there, they're all very different. They all bowl very differently. The key is the length, the line, and changing up your delivery every now and then. Don't try and bowl everything every ball. Stick to one delivery. Try and master that, and maybe use 1 or 2 change-ups during your over, or maybe during your 2 overs. But good example of it there.
Okay, and again, I've got another very special guest here. We've got Josh Drever, a member of the Queensland Open men's team, player at Toombul Tigers, and also a member of the Australian team that played last year as well. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Mate, sort of had a few years off. You just mentioned a bit earlier that you had a bit of a back injury.
Yep.
Came back to playing indoor cricket and made your Open men's state team for the first time last year. How was that experience?
Yeah, it was unreal. I've tried to make the team for a few years now. I thought I was pretty close for a few years, and then got lucky enough to be selected. Did a 16-man training squad with 16 of the best cricketers in Queensland. Lucky enough to make the 12 and headed to Melbourne, and yeah, played with some of the best cricketers.
Yeah, so that would have been a great experience for you?
Yeah, it was unreal, especially to win it. Few people can't say they've won a National Open men's title. I'm one of the lucky ones to say I have. It was just awesome experience, unreal.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was lucky enough to watch that and be down there for those games, and just to see the emotion. Can you just touch on the feeling winning a national title for Queensland?
Oh, you can't put words to it. It was just, played Victoria in Victoria. The crowd was against us, full house, just unreal. Unreal. I can't put words to it. It's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, look, as a spectator and a proud Queenslander, it was fantastic to watch, that's for sure. From that, you got selected in the Australian team. Was that a little bit of a surprise for you?
Yeah, it was a very big surprise actually at the presentation. My name got called out. Never thought it'd be a dream to come true. I'd love to have played for Australia. I'm lucky enough to be selected. Went to New Zealand. We won the Trans-Tasman Trophy, and definitely never forget it. It was unreal.
So what did you gain from that experience around all those top players in Australia? Was there anything in particular you learnt about yourself or the game of cricket?
Obviously, yeah, there was 12 of the best indoor cricketers in Australia. Some of them I never thought I'd ever get to play with, play against or play with. It was tough to play in different conditions in New Zealand. Obviously different crowd, different centre, everything was different. It was very good. Sort of adapted pretty well to it. Struggled early on, but got my way and thought I played all right.
No, you played really well from what I saw, mate. Look, you know, bowling's one of the things that's definitely your strength. You bowl pretty rapid. From what I saw in the National Carnival, you made some of the best batsmen in the country look silly at times. Is bowling your favourite part of the game?
Yeah, I actually enjoy fielding the most, to be honest. I'm very a picky bowler. I've got to have a good run-up. Everything's got to feel right for me to bowl well. In Melbourne, everything just felt right. Run-up suited me perfect. The courts, everything was just flowing really well and it came out really good.
What do you think about when you're about to bowl? Do you go through, is there much of a thought process, or you just want to come in there and bowl quick?
Yeah, I want to bowl as quick as I can, but I also want to bowl to a plan. I've got Cam Boyce usually at the back. We're working to a plan, either hit the batsman in the leg and then push one out wide and beat him for pace, or the opposite, beat him for pace and cramp him up. Just depends on the batsman where their strength is, I guess, and their weakness.
Well, Josh, really appreciate your time here and having a chat to us on PSC TV. Thanks for everything, mate.
No worries, thank you.
Thanks so much there, Josh Drever, for helping us out with this episode of PSC TV. We're really loving all the feedback we're getting, so remember to like, share, do what you need to, but stay tuned. We've still got more content to come in the coming weeks.